All right, let's talk about one of the biggest shifts happening right now. This isn't just about AI changing a few jobs here and there. No, we're talking about how it is completely rewriting the DNA of the modern company. So, how in the world do you navigate a revolution that's already knocking at your door? Let's dive in.
Okay, so let's start with the big picture. We're not talking about some slow, gradual change. The AI revolution is happening at a mind-bending speed. It's fundamentally altering how businesses run, from the way we make decisions all the way down to how we structure our teams. This is impacting everyone, from the C-suite to the front line.
And the numbers? They are absolutely staggering. Get this, a full 90% of companies are already using AI. This isn't some far-off future trend, it's happening right now. And for most of them, about 80%, the #1 goal is to become way more efficient. The race is definitely on. So what does this new AI-powered workplace actually look like? Well, it's way more than just automating a few tasks. We're talking about a complete reinvention of how we think, how we decide, and how we organize ourselves.
A huge piece of the puzzle is the shift in how we make decisions. It's like we're moving from looking in the rearview mirror, analyzing what already happened, to looking ahead and predicting what's coming next. It's a game changer. In fact, 55% of executives now say that insights from AI are either replacing or helping them with their old decision-making processes. And you can see the ripple effect on the company's structure itself. Those old, rigid corporate pyramids, they're being flattened out, replaced by smaller, more agile teams. Your job is no longer just one thing. Roles are blending together, requiring you to have skills in a bunch of different areas. And maybe most importantly, the whole culture is changing. AI isn't just a tool anymore, it's being treated like a partner, a co-creator. So, how do you get this right? Well, let's look at Meta. They're a fantastic case study. They were open about the changes, they invested a ton in retraining their people, and they went all in on AI. The result? A massive 201% jump in net profit in a single quarter. That just shows you the power of doing this the right way.
But on the flip side, if you get it wrong, the consequences can be pretty severe. Just look at Australia's Commonwealth Bank. They rushed into AI without proper testing and with no plan for their employees. It totally backfired. Call volumes actually went up, and they had to rehire staff they had just laid off. It's a huge warning sign.
So this brings up a really important question. If AI is so powerful, why do so many companies struggle to get it right? Well, it turns out it often has nothing to do with the technology itself.
You see, the problem usually isn't the AI, and it's not even the people. The real issue is much, much deeper. It's a problem with the company's internal wiring, its basic operating system. You know, you can't solve a motivation problem by just throwing money at it, because that won't fix a fundamentally broken system.
It all boils down to this mismatch between responsibility and authority. When people are told they're responsible for something, but they don't have the clear authority or the right structure to actually get it done, motivation just dies. It's frustrating, and that's not a people problem. It's a design problem.
So let's get to the solution. There are really 3 keys to building a stronger foundation. First, you have to define roles clearly. Make responsibilities crystal clear on the org chart. Second, you've got to link what people do to the bottom line, to actual profit. Reward real business results, not just being busy. And finally, build a strong system and culture. You have to move past just managing with money and create a framework that actually motivates people from the inside out.
This quote just nails it. Think of AI as all this extra horsepower. But if your company's engine is broken, if roles are unclear and systems are a mess, adding more power is just going to make things break even faster. You have to fix the engine first. Okay, so once that engine is fixed and running smoothly, it needs the right kind of fuel. And that fuel is simple, clear, and effective communication. And there's this amazing story from ancient Chinese history that illustrates this perfectly. The warlord Cao was trying to pick his successor, and his 2 sons, Cao Pi and Cao Zi, had very different ideas on how to impress him. So you had Cao Ji, who was this brilliant poet. He would deliver these incredibly eloquent, flowery speeches praising everything his father did. But his brother, Cao Pi, kept it simple. When their father was about to leave for a dangerous battle, he didn't give a speech. He just cried, showing this genuine, sincere concern for his father's safety. And guess what? The father chose Cao Pi. He saw right through all the fancy language and realized that the simple, authentic message of concern was way more powerful. It's a great reminder that in leadership, the simplest, most direct communication often wins. So, with a fixed engine,
and the right fuel of clear communication, let's zoom back out. What does this new world of work actually look like when you put all the pieces together?
A perfect example of this whole transformation is how the role of the CMO is evolving. We used to think of them as the Chief Marketing Officer, but today their real job is being the Chief Change Management Officer. Why? Because they're on the front lines of guiding the whole company through this constant whirlwind of change.
And what's driving all this? A customer journey that is just completely fragmented. I mean, look at these numbers. The average customer now connects with a brand across 9 different touchpoints before they buy anything. Meanwhile, AI can create and launch an entire ad campaign in just 3 days and for 95% less cost. When things are getting this fast and this complex, the old way of doing business is officially broken. But here's the kicker. This might be the most critical challenge of all. Despite everything that's happening, only a quarter of business leaders feel like they actually have a clear roadmap for this transformation. That means a staggering 75%, 3 out of 4, are basically flying blind. Which brings us to our final thought. The real threat isn't that AI is going to take your job. The biggest risk of all is trying to navigate the world of tomorrow while you're still clutching a map from yesterday. So the question is, are you ready to draw a new one?